This is Another Man's Nostalgia with John.
Blonde and tan. You don't need anything else.
That's John's motto.
That was nice.
Blonde and tan, don't need anything else.
Chris.
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Alright, language.
Or Mr. Phil will yell at you.
What?
And Justin.
If you're one of those people who signed a petition to change it, get a life.
It was like so.
Say it sucks and move on. You're gonna survive.
Yeah.
Oh, I spent all my years. Then, if you spent all your years invested in it, that's sad. Get a life.
Alright,
It's a
Yevin.
TV show.
The episode starts now.
So how's it going, guys? Welcome to Another Man's Nostalgia, where we revisit everyone's favorite shows, movies, and games from the mid-90s to the mid-2000s. Did you guys have a good week this week?
It was good. All right, Justin, I heard you have some nostalgia news. Is this correct?
I do. So, the Little Mermaid casted their
Nostalgia news with the
Yeah,
theme
that's right.
song.
Little Mermaid casted their Sebastian. It is
Yes.
going to be Daveed Diggs of
Yeah,
Hamilton
from
fame.
Hamilton. Yeah, he's incredible. If y'all haven't listened to the soundtrack, he's really good in it.
So they made it
excited
very
to see
clear at the point that he wasn't going to do any motion capture, which I find if he did would be hilarious because you'd be walking like a crab, like doing like a crab walk.
Yeah.
So I feel like that'd be
I've-
hilarious to see.
I've never heard Hamilton or seen Hamilton.
You're missing out. It's good stuff.
I know.
Music's
So many
great.
people say that I need to see that movie before I die, because it's
Yeah,
like
you should.
it's that epic.
Yeah, it's good, and the music's great. He'll be fine. That is funny though. I mean, are they gonna make him look like an actual? What is he? Lobster or crab? What is he?
He's a crab.
It's crap.
Okay. I mean, are they gonna make him look like a live action crab? Because that'd be really boring.
Do you really think Sebastian was a lobster? No, he could be
He's
a
red.
lobster. I have no idea what he is.
I don't know what they're going to go for here.
I'm actually think he might be a lobster.
This will be a super. He's a crab.
Okay, that's
This will be a super interesting remake because The Lion King. Okay, you can do animals. All right. Aladdin. All right, you had the monkey. But
Right.
this one, it's a mixture of humans and animals. What route are they going to take? Are they going to take
Right.
the human? Are they like the real life look? Because she's not human.
Right.
Or are they going to take the cartoon look?
I feel like with the backlash they got from Lion King, they'll probably try to make it more cartoony, but still look kind of.
Because I don't think you can't go full cartoon.
Right.
It's going to look really weird and look really fake. So
Yeah,
you're going to
I
have to
agree
do
with you.
some type of like live action like
I mean,
CG.
but it's a live action. So why would they go the cartoon way? Like, what's going the cartoon way?
Because think about how the Little Mermaid's set up. You have this mermaid, so she looks human, right? Mm-hmm. And you have these creatures that talk to her. In the Lion King, that was fine, that the creatures
Right.
talked and they looked normal. Some people may disagree with that, but at least it made sense. In
Right.
this one, you have somebody talking to an animal or a fish. We haven't really seen fish in that vein, and they're a lot more animated than the Lion King stuff.
Right.
I think
don't know.
underwater. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how they do this.
They should use the SpongeBob fish as the main characters. Have like Mr. Crab be Sebastian. Have Pearl be in it. I think that's what they should go for.
So
All right.
I'll be interested to see what they do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that?
I feel like they're gonna have to go the live action. It's gonna look super weird.
Yeah. I just can't imagine an actual crab singing. Like with the small eyes and stuff. Like that's gonna be really dumb looking.
the little antenna eyes.
Because
Yeah.
they don't really
Kiss the
have
girl.
mouths to
Kiss
move.
the girl.
They don't really
Right,
have
they don't
mouths
have
to move, so
Exactly.
they're gonna have to
Kiss
give
the
them a
girl.
mouth.
It's gonna be like a little thing.
Maybe they'll put Davy Diggs' mouth just like
Under the sea,
Yeah,
under the sea.
It's gonna be really stupid. All right. Anything else?
Oh, I think we're good.
I don't have anything else.
I don't think there's much going on this week. All right, John, what did we watch this week?
Oh, how Joker got released and
Did very, very well.
it did very well. Everyone's saying that it's like an amazing movie, but it's super controversial because it's dark. Okay, hey, one thing first. I cannot believe these people are saying that this movie's so dark that it needs to not be in theaters anymore.
I saw it.
That's
Yeah.
stupid.
I saw
That's
it.
stupid.
You saw it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw it.
Do you think it should be in is it so dark that it shouldn't be in theaters?
So here's the thing. I think what they mean by that is it's the darkest superhero movie ever made, and they are completely correct. This is not a superhero movie. This is a character piece. This doesn't even this doesn't even go with the actual Joker. There's theories that, and spoilers ahead, obviously. There's spoilers that this is the guy who inspired the Joker. This is off. They were very clear. There will be no sequels connected to the Batman, the one that Robert Pattinson's doing. So this is there's nothing to do with this. Is a standalone story. So this is a very adult movie. It is dark. It deals with a lot of heavy stuff. So this is not a kids movie at all. But not in theaters.
I mean, it's rated R, so that kind of
it's a hard R. There's some
hard R.
there's some gruesome
Is it?
scenes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's overblown.
Is it?
Yeah, it's overblown. But his spiral down is very adult and very, 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 very sad. So
Justin, I know you enjoy seeing movies by yourself. Did you see this one by yourself?
I saw this one by myself.
Did you hear about the AMC theaters and the fake signs that people hung up?
Oh,
said
that
that
you had to come with somebody, no single people.
Yeah, single people were not allowed to see the movie
That's
in
so
fear of
stupid.
mass shootings. But it found out it was all just a joke that this one guy went to the movie theater and hung up a sign, a fake sign that said it.
But yeah, this was it was definitely dark.
mean-
But there's been more disturbing movies than this in theaters.
Yeah.
This is way overblown. If you like a character piece where it delves into a dude, you basically just see a dude just hit rock bottom. He's already at rock bottom and he goes further.
So this had nothing to do with any of comic book type of.
There was
Joker,
it was set in
right?
comic book. There were comic
Yeah.
book characters. There was the Waynes. Obviously you saw Bruce. But other than that,
from what I've heard-
there's no
yeah.
connection.
From what I've heard is that if you change 2 of the 3 of the names, you would have no idea it was a superhero.
Basically,
movie. So.
it's a really good movie.
But it's not a superhero movie. It's just a character movie.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I think people overblown with how good it is because it's basically Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
But
But
Walking Phoenix is great. He's
Does it-
Oscar worthy.
Does it have any DC stuff at the very beginning of the movie?
the logo or
No.
anything?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I know I always saw it was the Warner Brothers.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
so it was.
Well, I just thought that was kind of crazy that people were saying that it needs to get taken out of theaters. I'm like,
No.
that's not how movies work.
just know what you're going in. It's very dark. It deals with a lot of really deep emotions. It's a very sad movie. Very, very sad. But I recommend seeing it at some point. It's still good. Walking Phoenix
Yeah.
is a great Joker.
Okay.
Great Joker.
I heard he has a really weird laugh.
Oh, it's great. It's awesome. And the way they explain it in the movie is I like it. But I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna
heard
spoil
that,
it.
but I won't. I know what it is. I won't say anything. Well, cool. So we have our Patreon exclusive video up, where you can go watch us play Marvel's Seen It, and we were all really bad
Well-
at it. But
well, some
one was
people were
slightly better
bad.
than the
Terrible at it. I was awful at this.
Some people
this
were
game.
bad, some people
and
were really
told
good.
I told you at the very beginning I was gonna suck at this game, and I sucked at it so bad. I got
We
you
had a lot of fun.
I moved maybe.
Hey,
6
spoilers.
spots. Maybe.
Let's bleep all
Well, I
that
think-
out.
I think everybody knew that it was going to be between me and Justin, but but it was it's good. So go check it out, or go onto our Patreon and you can watch it.
Give us money and you get entertainment.
That's right.
We need to play a scene
Exclusives.
over this Marvel universe,
Yeah,
the
that'd be fun.
cinematic universe.
They don't make them anymore though.
So John, what did we watch this week?
Oh, okay. So we watched Halloweentown. Play the
Yes.
theme.
Halloweentown, Halloweentown.
No,
Maybe I'll
there's a reoccurring song that
There is.
Yeah.
So this was a Disney Channel original, right? Did y'all watch this when you were little?
Nope.
I did not.
First time I've ever seen it.
Okay, so this was it was the second original Disney Channel movie to come out. Like Disney Channel just started production when it came to making their original movies, and this was one of their first.
I know that. That's interesting. I didn't really watch this either, but they made like 5 sequels to this thing. So
Yeah, they made
people
4.
were all about it. 4? Yeah.
Yeah. I have no. I mean, they might have made another one since I.
You might be
saw
right.
that,
I have no
but
idea
don't
what the
know.
number is. Yeah.
But yeah, apparently it was like a super big thing when we were little, and I had no idea anything about it. No.
Yeah,
I don't know.
kind of glossed over it too. Yeah.
But
yeah,
it was big. It was big. A lot of people liked this.
And your fiance really liked it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is a big deal for some. It was also a big deal for my fiance. I had only seen it because of her, but and people have asked for this movie. And
You saw it because of her? Like you guys watched it together?
Yeah, like last year we watched it because she watched it when she was little. But yeah, this has been like requested from a lot of people.
Well, they may not like what I have to say about it.
Stop it, Justin. Stop it.
They might start hating me.
This is a good
Justin, why don't you
movie.
do a plot then?
It's a good movie.
It sounds like you're gonna have an entertaining plot here for us then.
So, you have these 3 kids. They can't go out on Halloween. Their grandma comes back. Apparently, she's a witch. And the kids are supposed to be witches and wizards. Are they wizards or witches? Does it matter? Doesn't matter.
They're witches and warlocks.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So
Wizards.
they have magic. Mom doesn't want them to have magic for some stupid reason. They hide into the bus to get back to Halloweentown.
Halloweentown. Every
And
day's Halloween.
there's some threat that they have to take care of before they get trained. So they go try to find this threat. It turns out it's the mayor. That it's very obvious in the beginning that he's evil for the first time you see him. They defeat him, and the girl gets start getting her training. It's
a
terrible.
good movie.
All right. So
I'll be very upfront. I hated this movie.
what? Okay, we'll talk about it. Before we get started, here's a word from our sponsors.
Homebrewed Tree Service has been providing the DFW area with world-class tree care for many years. When it comes to tree service in the DFW area, you can trust them to provide quality work with low prices and friendly, fair customer service. Whether you have a tree that needs pruning or complete removal and haul-off service, you can count on them for a wide range of expert care. Go to hbtreeservices.com and sign up for a free estimate.
All right, Justin, do you have a fun fact?
Yeah, I need a fun facts theme. Why do you sound like
I hate
God?
this movie.
Why are they
you
why
want
are
me to
they
do ghost
asking
noises in
for
the
a
background?
fun facts theme? That's not like
This
I
is
never
Halloweentown. It's not as good as the song that kind of started with this. Fun facts.
Oh, that might be the worst.
This movie
did
was
it.
the
That might be
worst.
the worst.
All right. So,
So,
John,
yeah.
tell us. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So this movie came out in 1998.
Okay.
Just like I said, it was one of the first Disney original movies to come out. There was 4 that came after this. A lot of the actors didn't stay when it came to all 4. The mom stayed and the brother stayed.
Okay.
And they were the only ones that were in all 4. The same characters were in all the movies. I think the grandmother. I don't think the grandmother was in the last movie though.
Did she grow up? Did she not make it?
I don't know. She might not have made it.
Do you know who the grandmother
I don't know
is?
if she actually killed her off or.
Do you know who the grandmother is?
She was big. She was big in the '60s, right?
Yeah, I know she's
She's
a
a very
actress.
famous. She's the very famous mother of somebody from Star Wars.
Who?
All right, I didn't know that.
Carrie Fish. That's Carrie Fisher's mom.
Really?
Yeah. That's her mom.
Okay, so
The way that I think from what I quickly read about it, to get her in was kind of the draw for some.
yeah. Well, I remember she was a big deal, and her on the poster, it's like her name on top. I just didn't put together that it's Fisher and that's the same one.
Yeah, so that's Carrie Fisher's mom.
That's cool.
Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie
I was about to
Reynolds,
say
right?
her name's not the same.
It's not. No.
Well, John, sometimes that happens.
Well, it's Reynolds, yeah. And so like you had this place that they went like Halloweentown. The Halloweentown's an actual place that you can go to and visit. The main actress, she actually went and visited. She really likes this movie. Like she watches it every single year, which I feel like that's kind of weird. Like, would you watch a movie that you were in every single year?
Well, if I was
Definitely
in
not.
any
That's
movies, I probably I would have enough money to do whatever I want.
Justin
so.
would watch it every single day.
That's true.
Oh, sorry, I'm just watching my very first movie. Come on in. Oh, in my
Ladies.
living room? Oh, that's my latest movie. Dad just bought me my new pool back there.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, in the kitchen? Oh, that's just my Academy Award winning movie.
They're all the same movie, by the way. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah, so it's a place like in Oregon, right? Like they used that place in Oregon where they went and shot it, and then now they have like a giant pumpkin in there all year round. Is that right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I remember reading.
yeah, you can actually go and light the pumpkin that.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
we all know what
So
that means.
okay. So this movie was originally supposed to have like a $30 million budget, and
Wow.
Yeah. So like Disney was
What did it
gonna
end up with? $20?
$4 million. Does it
Who
look
lost
it?
the money?
Does it look like it's $4 million budget?
Oh, you mean that skeleton that just had like cloth over it?
That was a real one. It was a real animatronic.
So yeah, it had a $4 million budget. So when it came to all the extras had to bring their own costumes to the set and wear them,
Oh,
and then they just
gosh.
kept they just kept changing out the costumes and putting different costumes in different places.
Nice.
So,
That's
yeah.
why I saw a Power Ranger in the background there.
Was there a
If you
Power
did-
Ranger?
No, just a joke.
But yeah, so a lot of the extras had to bring their own costume. I just thought that was hilarious because I was
That's really
thinking
funny.
this in the movie. I was like, oh, those look like just like Halloween costumes. I
What if
wonder if
somebody
people
just came as
actually
a big
brought
tongue?
them. Huh?
What if someone just came as a big tongue? Like, what are you? I'm a tongue. You told me to bring a costume. That's why I
Why
am
would
this
you
year.
go with tongue?
Because this is random. Like, why would you? That's exactly the question they would ask. Why'd you go
Yeah.
with tongue on this? It's Halloweentown.
I'm sure they had some type of like
Spooky
requirements
monsters.
that you had
Yeah,
to
criteria.
do. Yeah.
Would you not be scared of a tongue rolling around? Just a giant tongue with arms and
that's
legs?
just so weird to think about. I don't know why you.
That's
would
why
say
it's
tongue.
scary.
It's just like saying, "Oh, you're gonna be like a big ear." Like this.
Yeah.
Is weird.
Don't come over here. Don't lick me. Do you have another tongue? Do you have a mouth? What's the issue here?
Okay.
What's your anatomy?
Okay, so anyway, so the way the movie starts is that you have these kids, and there's 3 of them. I don't know their names, so don't ask me
No.
their names.
Say
You
oldest,
you
middle, and youngest.
yeah, you have the youngest, which is she's really cute.
She is.
She's a really cute girl, and then you have the middle kid, which is
Which I want to
Annoying.
punch in the face.
he's an annoying, smart. Like,
He kind of reminds me of
smart
you,
aleck.
Justin.
Exactly. I want to punch him in the face.
Yeah. So yeah, you have the smart kid. He gets all A's in school, you know, like the nerd.
Yeah.
And then you have the girl, which I wanted to fucking punch her in the face. Like she was
annoying too.
I thought that was
she
going to turn another
super
way there.
annoying.
God. Okay. Anyways, yeah.
No,
But no, she was really
I
annoying.
can- So she goes off on her mom, like at the very beginning of this movie, because she can't go to a party, a costume
Yeah.
party. And I wanted to slap her. I was like, if my fucking kid says this shit to me, I don't know how I'm gonna take this.
But think about the ridiculous situation.
Yeah.
Why in the world does she only not to get to go out? You know what? I'm on her side there.
I'm
It is
not.
kind of bullshit.
I mean,
Just tell them, hey, we're magic, but we're not going to do that because there's evil people around and it's really dangerous.
Yeah. I mean,
Because your
clearly,
grandma is a batshit crazy old lady.
clearly her plan didn't work to try to keep her from doing
I don't know.
it on
Okay,
this.
I don't know what she was thinking. Okay, so the mom is trying to keep from her kids that the whole entire family's magic, and that they have
Right.
magical powers. And I don't
Right.
know how she's supposed to keep it quiet for their whole entire life.
I know. I don't,
Like
I don't, I
when
don't get
she's
it
like
either.
20, like she's
Right.
gonna be levitating shit, and she's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, no.
Well,
they
no,
said that
they
it-
said at 13 they can't learn magic anymore. After
Yeah, she'll lose it if she doesn't start her training by 13.
I don't.
So that's why she was trying to hide it from her. But that's
Somebody
like
didn't pay attention.
that's a jerk move
That's a-
though. Like
Somebody didn't know the lore.
that's a jerk move though. Like why?
My bad.
Like you're not even giving your kid a chance. Like when they're 12, be like, hey, I don't think you should do this, but it is part of your life, and just like let them like screw them over for it. It kind of sucks.
What if the like dying wish of their dad was like, "Oh, I don't want them to learn magic," and they dies?
Did
I
that
guess
dad
that's-
ever come back up again?
No.
I mean, the guy just left it there.
No, he's dead.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that
He's dead.
Dad died,
Yeah.
and then they just never talk about it again.
Fair enough.
So
Oh yeah, we couldn't afford another actor, so your dad's dead.
I mean, they had to
We
have
spent all
some
of our
type
money
of
on that
tragic
skeleton
story,
animatronic.
you know.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Anyway,
It's been-
so you have the kids. They're upset that they can't go out for Halloween because the mom doesn't want them anywhere close to creatures and magic and all that stuff. So then you have the grandmother come into the story, and she
Right.
comes into this awesome CGI bus that just kind of flies
good.
down from Halloweentown and to visit
Yeah.
them. And then you have her
Yeah.
bag that's like a dog.
Nobody
that follows
notices.
her around everywhere. Yeah, no one
Yeah, nobody
noticed
noticed
the
any of those
flying
things.
freaking bus in
Yeah, or-
on Halloween.
Or the bag that follows her around. Nobody notices
Yeah.
that either. Very weird. Yeah. And she's visiting, and there's a lot of really cryptic stuff with her kids where she's like, "Oh, this picture looks exactly like you," and it's like, yeah, she's just a lot of
Oh.
like heavy-handed hints that she is a witch. The
And then
little
just
girl.
outright, they just tell you she's a witch when
Yeah.
they're arguing in the kitchen.
So yeah, she brings a book of Halloween. She's telling a story, and she brings a book of Halloweentown, and that's actually a book that they wrote for this specific movie. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so they gave this artist like all this kind of material, and they gave a picture of the actual actress, and they said, "Here, you need to make her a witch." So they did,
Gotcha.
but that's
gotcha.
not an actual book. So
Tell me where not to buy that.
Okay.
the grandmother and the mom, they start to argue downstairs about her learning magic. The 13-year-old girl learning magic. The mom doesn't want her to. The grandma does. The grandma says that there's something going on in Halloweentown. I need you to come home. The mom says, "No, fuck you. I'm not going." And then the daughter overhears it and follows the grandmother home when the grandmother leaves.
Yeah, they hide on the bus, and then
Oh,
They-
they're two pesky siblings.
I don't understand how the third kid got on the bus.
I have no idea. She's like 4.
Yeah. I just imagine her.
So you're telling
like,
me
under the undercarriage of the bus, she's like holding onto the engine.
she's scared. She's crying the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
No.
understand how she.
No,
Go ahead.
she's like 4 years old, and
Yeah.
she gets out of her house, follows the siblings, and then
Yeah.
gets on a bus. Like, I don't feel like a 4-year-old can do that.
No, I don't think so. It doesn't make any sense. But she does, and yeah,
So-
and good.
Yeah, no, I was about to say. So they go to this place. It's called Halloweentown, and Halloweentown is a place that the mortals took Halloween from. That's kind
Yeah.
of how it was explained.
I guess so. You have a whole bunch of people with like pumpkins on their heads, and
Yeah,
stuff like- yeah,
it's a
weird.
bunch of different creatures that live
Walking
here.
tongues.
walking tongues
God.
apparently.
Yeah, so you. But yeah, so you have all these creatures that live here, and they got banished in the Dark Ages to this place
Right.
because the mortals didn't like them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just how do you?
Um,
So how did you feel about the mayor? Because you meet the mayor like as soon as they get there.
I immediately knew that was the
Yeah,
bad guy.
I think I do too. I knew it was gonna be a twist. I thought he was gonna give you that, or he was gonna be their parent, their dad, or something.
I thought that was
I-
gonna be the dad too because he seemed to know the mom really well.
Yeah,
His name
yeah.
sounded evil. I am Calabar, the
That's
mayor.
true. That's true.
I'm wearing this circus suit for no reason.
I honestly thought he was a
love interest for the mom.
no, a breath of fresh air. I thought
Okay, there you go.
I thought he was just gonna start singing The Greatest Show.
Years before its time.
I loved his voice though. His voice was,
Oh.
and it seemed kind of epic. I don't know.
Is this your favorite character, John? The mayor?
It was until he was the bad guy.
Okay, gotcha. And then also in the scene, the grandma talks to a lady who ends up going missing, very mysteriously. Right?
Yeah, you don't really know
I don't
what's
remember
you
her
don't.
name.
Yeah, she gets there and you don't really know what's kind of going on. You have people disappearing in Halloweentown, and it's no one really knows. The grandmother's the only one that really notices everything that's going on.
And truth be told, I still don't know why. I don't know why people had to disappear. But
I don't know why.
What
I'll
is she-
explain
so-
it. I'll explain
here-
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
because
I'll
she had
explain
she
it when
like
we get to that part in the.
she used like a
Yeah.
cauldron to like see it. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
So
we'll
he
figure
calls
it
him a taxi, right? The
Right.
bone guy.
Yeah, the
This is your favorite character.
mayor calls a taxi, and this guy he's ridiculous. The taxi
What's his
driver
name,
is
Bob?
ridiculous. I
think
don't
it's
even
Bob.
know. I don't know. But it's a skeleton, and it's an
It
animatronic
is
skeleton. Yeah, it's a robot skeleton.
It's Benny.
Honestly,
Benny. There you go.
Honestly, I thought it looked pretty good. Like I thought it did a
It
good
did.
job.
No,
of
it
looking,
did look pretty good.
It did a
Really?
good job between animatronic and CGI. Like they did a good blend. You didn't think so?
I thought that was pretty bad.
Okay.
What? I thought it was good. I
It
mean,
looked like a poorly performed puppet.
the mouth didn't
Okay.
move with what they
No.
were talking to, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Ugh.
I like
TV movie, I thought it was
like
good.
the face expressions that it had.
Yeah.
If this was a better movie, I would look past it, but it just adds on to it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I didn't. It was
Whatever.
like he had like a whole like he had black. It was like somebody was wearing a suit, and they just put bones on top of it because like everything was a hole, like covered in
Okay.
black. It didn't look good. I liked him as a character. He was his lame jokes.
Yeah,
that was
it
kind of
was,
funny.
the taxi driver just kept cracking jokes like the whole entire time.
Howdy, Mayor. What's the rush? I'm on my lunch hour. Play a fish. Ha! Just kidding. What's the thing?
Well, I found a bunch of Cromwells in the town square. Need you to give them a lift up to their grandma's place.
Sure, it's just over the river and through the woods. Ha! No, actually, it's just 2 streets over and up a quarter mile past the old movie theater.
Say hi to Aggie for me, and, there you go. He's a much better driver than he is a comedian.
Hey! So, first time in town for you kids?
Yeah, we just got here on the bus. So amazing.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice place. Better than a lot of graveyards I've hung out in.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
pretty fun.
something weird happens with him, and we'll talk about it later. But he does a really weird. He has a really weird moment that I don't understand either. But anyways, so next up they go to her house, right?
Yeah, so the taxi driver takes the kids to grandmother's house because they don't really meet up on the bus. And
Yeah.
they get there, and you find out that the little girl has magical powers.
Yes.
And she
Pretty cool.
can... I mean, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. I thought, like, probably for 3/4 of this movie, that the older girl did not have any powers.
Yeah.
Like, what
I
did
thought
she-
maybe I was.
Like, and I thought it was just the younger girl that just had all the powers. Because
Maybe
what
they-
made you think that she had powers?
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing.
She didn't do anything. She
Yeah,
did
didn't do
nothing.
anything. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's something that like becomes more the older you get, the closer you get to 13. Maybe your powers become more and more. But they're also
But the
unsure
girl
about-
had powers.
Huh?
The little girl was already floating cookies.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
that
So
is
she
true.
sucked as a wizard. She sucked as a witch, even though she was older.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Interesting. What about? And they didn't think that the middle one had powers either, right? Like they weren't sure if he did.
No.
If they, because the dad didn't, right? That was the story.
Yeah,
the dad
He was a
was not a
muggle.
wizard. He was a muggle.
The dad was a muggle.
Wrong universe. Don't compare this to that.
I'm going to, Justin. Filthy
That's
muggles.
just-
They were half muggles over here.
You know,
that
I'm
very
gonna read the
offensively.
Halloweentown book, and I'm gonna see the differences between that and this.
There you go.
Okay, so they get to the grandmother's house, and the grandmother's making a concoction from a microwave
Yes.
to put into
I actually found that kind of funny.
Yeah, that's pretty. Funny.
That was a pretty good little gag.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty good.
So they have what's his name's Scepter.
That was Merlin's talisman.
Merlin. Yeah, Merlin's talisman. Whatever.
How do I hate this movie and I know everything?
Because
It's one of the deathly.
I don't know.
It's one of the Deathly Hollows. I remember. And
Stop it! Those are good wizards and witches.
okay, good.
Okay, so you have the grandmother. She's putting this stuff into this talisman, and she's
Right.
trying to get it to work, and it's not working because it was instant, and she needs to make it from scratch. This spell.
Right.
Once
Pretty
again, I found that kind of funny.
good. I think, yeah.
I was a little entertained with that.
Okay.
Oh, drat. That's what I get for trying to use instant. Just doesn't work like it does when you make it from scratch.
So the grandmother and her granddaughter and grandson, they go and they try to go get like the magical, I don't know, stuff that they need to make the spell to
This
go.
dude like hits on the girl while
Yeah.
they're walking
Yeah.
through the Luke, was it?
Willie,
Good-looking guy.
the Willie, yeah.
Willie?
The goblin who was
I think it's Willie. He's like a punkish kid.
Yeah.
Hold on, let
yeah.
me see.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be attractive, and then
I was right, it's Luke.
Oh, is
Luke,
it Luke?
okay.
Okay, my bad.
Okay. I like Willie better.
Let's just
Let's
call
call
him
him Willie.
Willie.
You know what? Never mind. Call him Willie.
We'll call him Willie.
So Willie's this like sleazy guy that they meet at this market place, and
Right.
he's supposed to be this guy that got a nose job, and, like. They say, oh, ever since he got a nose job and got some warts removed, he's been like this super, like, shady guy. And then
Yeah,
you find
right.
out later on in the movie that, like, it's so bad that his nose is probably the size of his fucking head.
He'll say a goblin, yeah. It's
Yeah, he
pretty
looks like a
bad.
goblin.
Yeah.
Because he was a goblin.
Yeah, I know, but
Was
like,
he a
you know,
goblin? Okay.
No?
Okay.
But anyway,
Good.
that was bad acting by that kid, by the way.
It was.
It was terrible.
So they kind of go through this little thing where she gets like a broom and they take
Yeah.
a ride and
The broom doesn't look very impressive.
really bad CGI, really bad
Yeah.
props that they use.
Yeah.
It just looks like a regular broom that they like spray painted.
It's
Put
not
some
even like a
plastic
gold
on.
broom. It looks like one of those like
somebody went
those
to
red
Dollar
plastic
General.
thing, but- Exactly.
Got one of those wooden brooms and said, just use this. Oh, here's some spray paint.
It did not look
It was-
good.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
I got this back at my apartment. You want to use it?
That's that $4 million going to good use right there.
Exactly.
We can't spare $5 to go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Just get one from the closet.
Yeah.
Who's the janitor? Janitor, come here.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is my. I brought this myself.
Yeah.
Too bad.
So while they're shopping, the mom comes back and tries to take
Uh-huh.
back the kids because she finds out that they're missing and she
Yes.
doesn't want them to learn magic. So
Right.
And of course, Calabar is her ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
yes, the
And
mayor is the
She
ex-boyfriend.
got around a little bit.
She's trying to get back home. She can't because the bus is broken down. She goes to the mayor for help.
Convenient.
The mayor goes. The mayor gives her a flower and tries to sweet talk her with some magic, and kind of hints that they had sex in a bunch of places in Halloweentown.
Say, I ought to show you around. We could take the Styx River cruise, have a little dinner, then I could show you all our old haunts.
Actually, I'm trying to leave.
So, would they be half demon children if they had children?
I mean,
Oh,
he's not a
interesting.
demon.
Yes, he is.
I thought he
No,
was a
that-
warlock.
Isn't that a mask that he's wearing at the
He's
end?
like a demon guy.
Again, it's very confusing at the end of this movie.
I don't know what he is. I
don't know
thought he
what
was
he
just
is.
like some warlock.
Okay, wait. So hold on. So he's a demon. He's just dressing up to seem like a demon,
Right.
but
I
he's a
think so.
warlock.
I would say
think
that
so.
he's
Then
probably.
tell me that.
I would
then.
say he's probably really evil, and that's just like his evil side.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Or his mask is really just what we saw, and the demon is what he really is, like Batman.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe, maybe so.
I'm getting deep here.
So,
I'm gonna call him a demon because that's what he's portrayed as.
You know what I think we should
And-
call him? Voldemort.
He's a demon.
Voldemort.
Voldemort.
I hate you.
Green Voldemort over here.
He's so much better than Bolt.
Okay, so
All right, so then
so you have Green Voldemort, and he goes. He tries.
It's not real right
he,
now.
he says that he's gonna help her, and he has to
Right.
leave for an emergency because the emergency is to meet up with the grandmother to capture her because he
Right.
wants that scepter or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Talisman.
The talisman. Yeah.
Whatever
So
the fuck that means.
So the grandmother goes to this
movie theater.
theater while the kids are trying to get back to the mortal
Oh, the
world.
the Luke guy comes with her.
Yeah, the Luke
Right.
guy. The Luke guy tells the grandmother.
Sorry,
hey,
Willie.
Willie. Yeah,
There you
Willie. Tells the grandmother, "Hey, I'm gonna help you meet the dude,
Right.
and that's like capturing everyone." So she goes to the place, and like she finds out everyone's frozen. Everyone's
Yeah.
like a statue, and
Which
Kinda
is a
creepy.
pretty good. That's a pretty good thing to be, at least. At least you're not dead.
I guess so.
I mean,
They're
so
not just
he's
dead people.
so you find out that the dude is making an army, and he's freezing everyone and keeping them alive until he needs them.
Oh, that's
So they're just gonna do what he says when they unfreeze him. Hey, be in my army. Fuck no.
Okay,
You just froze me.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So what was it? That was his grand plan to just unfreeze you. Hey, I unfreeze you, but you froze me. Well, be in my army. Get the hell away from me.
Okay,
Like,
but
what kind of plan is
you
that?
never
Yeah.
you never say that he can control them because you have later on you have the.
Then why not just
skeleton.
control everybody? Why would
Because
you freeze
he
them?
doesn't
Just
need them right then and there. He just needs.
Then
them
just
to
wait till he needs
He needs
them.
them to chill out a little bit. He's coming up with some stuff. Okay, he's coming up with a plan and everything.
Maybe it's the old.
This is a
people,
terrible. This is
and
a terrible
He's
villain.
freezing the old people so they don't die yet.
So
Maybe
This is-
he needs the instant instead of the real.
this is one of my most ridiculous scenes in my opinion. Because so you have this movie theater, and then you have this where the screen is. It's like some type of portal that the dude comes out of.
Right.
And the dude comes out and he goes, "Give me the what is it called? What is it called, Justin?"
Deathly Hollow.
No, the Horcrux.
The talisman.
The Horcrux. The talisman. He's like, "Give me
Yeah.
the talisman," and she's like, "No." And then he asks her like 5 other times. He's like, "Give me the talisman." She's like, "No."
Just kill her.
It looks fake too. Like the background's really terrible. Everything's
Yeah.
really bad. This scene, yeah.
It's just
That
the
was
most
funny.
ridiculous scene, but I just
I'll
thought
put
it was
that- I'll put that in.
hilarious that he kept asking her, and she's like, "No."
I know you have Merlin's talisman. Give it to me!
I do have the talisman. And soon your hold over the creatures of Halloweentown will be broken forever.
No! Give me the talisman!
Never.
This is your last chance! Give me the talisman!
Never.
So you have the grandmother, and this is a pointless scene in my opinion too, because the grandmother she starts to fight the dude kind of, and
Right.
the dude the grandmother gets distracted because her daughter and the grandchildren walk in,
Right.
and then the mom pushes the grandmother out of the way, and then she gets struck with the freezing spell.
Sure.
And then 5 seconds later, the grandmother gets struck with the freezing spell. So
That's
it
the
was
point.
pointless to save her.
That's a good point. And then Luke at this point is kind of upset because I guess he had never seen this happen before. He had never seen somebody actually get frozen.
He just runs.
He just runs, but I mean, then he kind of has a change of heart, right? So then when they come out,
Oh yeah, the weasel guy.
yeah, Willie.
Yeah, Willie.
Yeah. So they get out, and is this the cab scene, or did I skip something?
No, yeah, this is the cap scene. So
Yeah.
they get out and they say, "Oh, hey, it's just gonna be us now. We have to make the spell to
Right.
put in that talisman."
What do they need?
The
They
talisman.
need like something from a werewolf.
They need
Yeah.
werewolf hair, they need ghost sweat, and they need vampire fangs.
Go sweat.
Ghost sweat. I don't know why it's ghost sweat.
sounds like a cologne.
But yeah, so they
Ghost
call the
sweat.
taxi to come and drive them to, I guess, the
Smell like
grandmother's
you're
house.
dead.
And the taxi driver is being controlled by the dude.
Yeah, he's just really mean. He like grabs the kid and like pulls him into the cab. middle
and you
kid.
get a sense of like the smallest girl. She's like, oh, he's being controlled by the.
right.
She's the only smart one in this whole movie.
Somehow she gets it right.
So yeah, you have it was a really weird scene, and then the kid releases the dog, and the skeleton's afraid of the dog, so it drives away.
Because he likes bones.
Because he like
Because he's a skeleton, John. He likes
I
bones.
get the joke. There.
Okay. All right.
He's gonna eat the bones.
So do we want to talk about what they did to get the things, or do we want to skip over it?
Skip over.
It's
it.
pretty boring. We don't talk about it. they get all the items.
You don't want to talk about how they got the ghost sweat.
Oh, that's right. That was kind of funny. Go ahead, John. You explain.
So they go to this gym, and apparently they're like, why are ghosts here? Why did they need to work out? So they go to the basement, and this ghost is getting into this sweat chamber.
Right.
And to distract the ghost, the smart kid starts to tell him like really weird facts. He was like,
So, did you know that sea monkeys are actually shrimp?
No.
Keep going. Did you know that there's no proper name for the back of the knee?
You don't say.
ghost. The ghost is reacting how I would react. He's like, okay.
He's like, oh, I didn't know that.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the ghost gets in. The girl turns up the heat of it, and he's like, "This is hotter than hell," or something like that. But
and they grab some sweat.
Yeah, so they get some sweat off the ghost, and the ghost comes out of the chamber, and he's like super fucking skinny, and he's talking in a high pitched voice. He's like, "Oh hey."
It was really stupid.
It was super stupid. I just thought it was so funny, though.
Yeah.
That is the only time I laughed in this movie was when I saw the ghost scene.
All right, so they get all the ingredients.
Yeah, so the kids make the spell,
Yeah.
and you have the little girl and the oldest girl and the youngest girl. They again, it nothing happened with the oldest girl until the youngest girl touched it.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking that she has no powers. Like, it's just all the youngest kid.
I know. It's really weird. She's not a very good wizard or witch. Yeah.
So
Whatever.
you have Willie help them.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So they figure out that you need to put the talisman into the pumpkin, which is
pumpkin.
so stupid.
To light it up.
Yeah. Why?
Then Calabar appears.
Why the pumpkin?
Yeah. This is where Voldemort appears, and he's trying to, and then he tells him the plan.
Green Voldemort. It's Green Voldemort.
Green Voldemort. And I'm not gonna lie, I pulled a Justin here while he was monologuing. I fell asleep. I woke back up. I was like, oh dang it, I missed part of this. I'm not rewinding. I'm just gonna keep going. So
Oh, it's okay. You didn't miss much because after his little speech, he freezes her, right?
Okay.
And the talisman just happens to go into the pumpkin, and lo and behold, everybody unfreezes and he gets weakened.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, he doesn't die. He just gets
No.
weakened.
Uh-huh.
So then, after he gets weakened, it stops the spell from everyone being frozen, and the grandmother comes and the mom comes, and they're all kind of saying, "You're gonna lose," and he goes, "No, I'm not," and he
loses,
and then he does some magic and gets the whatever it's called. The scepter, whatever, talisman.
Talisman, whatever.
Yeah, he grabs the talisman and says, "I'm gonna beat you," and all the family says, "No, you're not." And then you find out that the middle kid has magical powers, and they all hold hands, and they all start to hum.
Yes. Justin's nodding his head.
I don't know why they went with humming.
I don't know.
But they were all holding hands, and they were
You
just
might as well
all
just
humming.
fucking sing. We love Halloweentown. You will not defeat us because we are a family, and now we love each other. Oh no, the power of love! How strong it is!
They should have hummed the Harry Potter theme song.
They should have. They should have.
Yeah. All right. So anyway,
this movie sucked.
They start to hum. There's no melody. It's just.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "Oh no!" And the trident lights up, or the talisman lights up, and goes to the grandmother's hand, and then he like disappears. I have no idea where the hell he went.
He'll probably come back in a sequel.
Well, you can figure it out in Halloweentown 2, Calabar's Revenge.
And then there was one other loophole that they had. So when he was monologuing, he was in the sun, and they said beforehand that he couldn't be in the sun.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Well, you know.
I didn't really understand.
Oh, that didn't take away from the movie at all.
It was cheaper for them to do it outside, so it's got to do it outside. All right.
So yeah. Anyway,
that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
What a movie.
The mom decided that, hey, they can learn magic now because you're the daughter that I always wanted.
Even though the most dangerous thing happened right in front of them, they almost all died. It's okay, you can learn magic now. I am okay with this, even though the exact thing I told you was going to happen, happened.
That's a good point.
God, this movie sucked. Why do you people like this?
Okay, think about this. Okay, I was thinking about how to look at movies now that I watched when I was younger. Would you let your kid watch this? I would.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I would hope they hate it.
I think my kid would really enjoy watching this movie.
Yep, I agree.
I have no... All right, can we do points now? Can I start?
You start. Coming in hot.
I never saw this movie, and I'm so glad I didn't.
Justin usually goes last, but he can't help it.
I have no nostalgic connection to this. I don't care what glasses you have with this. This movie is terrible.
Okay.
I was very excited to watch this because I heard a lot of good things about it. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I loved Halloweentown." I came in with a very positive outlook on this.
Okay.
I wanted to like it. I hated it.
Okay.
It was so bad.
Justin, I'm sad.
0 points.
All right.
If you like this movie
0?
still now,
I was at least helping.
Why?
Half point.
No, why?
I'm gonna give you half a point.
You cannot say this is not terrible.
I'm gonna have a point. Yes, there's.
Wow, that's. Oh,
there's plot holes, yes, but I think that the premise is really solid, and I really.
It's a good storyline.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was really. I thought there was some execution that was not well, but I think the costumes were actually pretty good, and I like the premise of it. So
Avatar The Last Airbender had a good storyline. It didn't help it.
Well, yeah, but it didn't create that storyline.
It doesn't matter.
The end of this movie was supposed to be a lot darker.
Oh.
When it came to where you were supposed to bring the talisman, you were supposed to bring it into the middle of the woods and put it down.
Kill yourself.
Put it down in the middle of the woods, and then what she was supposed to walk through the woods, it was supposed to aid you. So they made like a whole mass that was
you had to do a blood oath and cut your hand.
But while she was walking through the forest, you would see skeletons because of people that try to walk through it that aged so much that they just died.
That would have been a terrible tone shift.
It would have been a bad tone shift, but I think it would have been a better story for us as older people.
But that's...
What if they were all like Vinny,
that's the sacrifice
skeleton.
that you were supposed to take because...
Oh, no bones about it. You're going to win.
That was good.
No bones about it. Anyway.
You have a point. What did you think of it, John?
Thank you. I thought the premise of the story was really good. I thought they could have did a better job until I learned their budget.
Yeah,
which was $4 million, and I was like, I kept thinking about it. I was like, okay, what else could they have done with a $4 million budget?
Right.
Like
you could make the story make a lot more sense.
I mean, but it did make sense in my opinion.
Pay for better writers.
The structure did. I didn't mind how it was set up. It's kind of a cool idea, but the execution, I can look past bad effects, animatronics. I can't look past bad writing and bad acting.
I can't. How are you supposed to pay for good actors? Like, you don't have the money to. How
Because
you
you
supposed
spent all the money on Debbie Reynolds,
That's probably true.
who was fine. I liked her.
Debbie
I liked the
Reynolds
grandma.
got like $1 million. It was a fourth of their budget.
The grandma was fun. I liked the grandma.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was. I felt like she was one of the only ones who actually cared to make that a good movie.
The grandmother reminded me of my grandma. Like, they look super similar when
Do
it
they?
came to my grandma. Yes.
She was cool. Other than that, everybody else was just terrible.
Interesting.
But
Please do not make us watch Halloweentown 2.
I thought it was. I didn't think the movie was good because I'm older. It's a kids movie. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
But there's been Disney movies that we've watched that I have loved. That
But
I really
you
liked.
have memories of them. What Disney movie have you not seen when you were a kid that we've watched?
Had you seen Smart House?
I didn't think I saw Smart House.
Yes,
I don't
you
remember
did.
that.
You told me you saw it like
What
once or
about
twice.
what about Luck of the Irish?
No, Luck of the Irish I didn't see.
And you liked it, right?
That one I didn't see.
You didn't like it though.
I don't remember.
I gave it a half a point.
Okay.
You should have given this one a half point. I was just saying.
It's the same thing. I think the premise is about the same when it comes to how solid the premise is in this one. I just don't. But I think the acting is better, but it's not comparable to where it's a big deal. There's a lot of plot holes in Luck of the Irish.
I couldn't.
Change
I was
it.
more entertained.
Give him
I
a
was more
point.
entertained by Luck of the Irish.
See, I feel like they did a good job of trying to keep some of the plot holes in, except for the guy that he couldn't be in the sun and
Yeah.
he was in the sun.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So next week we are watching another Halloween themed show, and I'm excited about this. So just so y'all know, I've watched a little bit of this already because I'm having a really busy week this week, and we're watching Are You Afraid of the Dark, the original series. They just came out with a new one. Have you heard of this?
No.
I never saw it, but I know of it.
All the Halloween stuff that we're watching, I've never heard of before.
Interesting. I was too scared to watch this when I was little. I tried to watch an episode.
Yeah,
I
I heard this was like the teenage version of Goosebumps.
It's scary. I've watched a couple of them now, and it's something. I'm really excited to talk about it.
Huh?
It's not scary. It's not like we can talk about it. I figured out.
It's suspenseful.
Yeah, and the premises are actually kind of creepy. So yeah, we'll have fun with it. We're gonna watch season 1 of Are You Afraid of the Dark? I remember like I said, I felt like I was too scared when I was little to watch this, but I watched it. I'm watching it now, and it's gonna be mine. I'm excited about it. So,
all right, cool.
All right.
Hey John, if you wanted to find us on the Google, where would you go?
The Google.
On the Google. Well, you could Google us at Another Man's Nostalgia.
And what
and then
sites
whatever,
would that take you to?
and then whatever's first, like you just click that. All right. No, you can find us
what
on.
sites would that take you to?
You can find us at Another Man's Pond on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You also can find us on
Spotify.
Twitch at Another. Yeah, there you go. You can also find us on Twitch at Another Man's Pod. Or I'm sorry. You can also find us on Twitch at Another Man's Nostalgia. You can email us at Another Man's Pod if you have any suggestions or any questions that you would like to ask us. We have a Patreon too. If you would like to create a Patreon account, that's all you need to do. Just create an account, and we have certain tiers that you can give us. You can give us a $2, $5, or $10.
And
you
monthly
get certain
content that comes out with that.
Yep, you get certain benefits when it comes to each tier. So
you get benefits.
What does that mean?
Not from
We are
me or
friends with
Chris,
benefits when
but
you
if
give
you
us
want,
money.
if you want the $10 Justin
Deluxe special.
That's where
You just
that's
give
where I
us-
just stare at a camera and I just yell at it for about 10 minutes about anything I hate that week, which is a lot.
they're gonna give suggestions of everything you just rant about. That would be so funny.
I
fine
talk
with
about politics
I would
and
pay $10
all kinds of
just
stuff.
to see it.
I'm fine
Anyway. All right, so you can go rate us on all those different apps that we are on. We're on pretty much every single app that you can find a podcast on. Maybe there's like 1 or 2 that we're not on. But definitely go rate us. Go give us 5 stars. We'd really appreciate it. Go give us a review. We would really appreciate that as well.
Yeah, we're now
And-
also on Falling Bats. So
Oh my god.
get some
That
Falling
doesn't
Bats.
exist. That doesn't exist. Falling Bats. What? Why would a podcast app be called Falling Bats?
I just report it. I don't.
I'm not making this up. I'm just
I
reading.
see it. I
what
see it
it's
right
at.
here. Yeah, that's our second Google.
It's right
search.
here. It's right
That's
here.
the
Oh,
copy
yeah.
they gave me.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That's our second Google search is Fallen Bats. Okay.
No,
All right,
but
I
if
just
you,
report.
if you want to find us on Apple Podcasts, all you would have to do is Google nostalgia, and we are going to be the first one that pops up on Apple Podcasts. So
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Okay, well, cool. Well, we will see you guys next week, and we will be watching Are You Afraid of the Dark Season 1.
Peace.